What's up, everyone? So I am coming back from a small break. Not gonna lie to y'all, if y'all look in the community tab, you will see that my hero maybe wants a backflip off the rooftop the other day. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I had to take a break, a good 2-3 day break, and I'm not gonna lie to you, hopping back on. I'm like, oh, that's why I took a break because the game just I'm not having the most fun with it. But I want to go ahead and make sure I came back around to this video because I did talk about a new battle strategy for Strike Bakugo mains. So if you're a Strike Bakugo main, I say at least hear me out because the plan I came up with may sound crazy. So first, I want to go ahead and start off by simply saying that if you have Rapid Bakugo, I'm not going to lie to you, just use them. It's a shame to say this, but Strike Bakugo, sadly, I would say even if he didn't get nerfed, he would still slowly but surely start becoming aged out, at least on console. Because, it's going to be harder for us to aim and try to go ahead and hit rapids, despite us having crazy broken aim assist. So I think this, even if he didn't get nerfed on his alpha damage, he still would be slightly aging out. Not as bad as he currently is right now, but he will still be aging out. So if you have Rapid Bakugo by chance, and you're trying to be like me and still be a Strike Bakugo defender, if you're that loyal to Strike Bakugo, then stick around for the video. But otherwise, I'm gonna be real with you. You should just go play Rapid Bakugo. You'll have a much easier time in ranked if you're playing ranked or anything. So the strategy that I came up with for Bakugo, because we have to think about his AP shot like this now. It's no longer going to be his main damage source. We as Strike Bakugo mains have to understand that his alpha is no longer his main damage source. Sad to say, but that is the truth. So we have to look at his other two skills for being the main damage source. So there are two routes you can go, in my opinion. You can either go ahead and prioritize beta and how we want to do that, because I would say do like the 4-4-4 strat and then choose one of your skills to max out. That's what I normally do. And so in this case, I would say that if you had to go ahead and choose one of his core skills to prioritize between his beta and his gamma. Now you're probably thinking, what, his gamma? You mean the skill that you don't want to just toss out there because it could go ahead and get you down in seconds? Yes, it's crazy because they add a small buff to his gamma. Because I think on one behalf, despite them nerfing his damage to where I do 66 damage at level 4, anyways, despite them nerfing his alpha damage, I think they may or may not want to encourage us to use his other skills more often and not have his alpha be the main damage source. Still sucks, I get it, but when you actually land all the hits on his gamma, it's I'll say at level 9, at least at level 9. If you land all the hits at level 9, it's a guaranteed shield breaker. That's 250 plus. That's a lot of damage. Now, reckon you have to get all the hits, of course, but even if you don't get all the hits, as long as you get the explosion part of it off, that's still a good 170 plus damage. His gamma does a lot of damage. So I say don't count it out. Now, that don't mean just sit up here and just throw, howitzer impacts left and right, twice gamma. You'll get yourself killed that way. But I would say it can take more into consideration when it comes to using your gamma, because it is going to probably be one of your best sources of damage if you land it correctly. And next, I would say his beta. His beta still does 90 to 95 per shot, and then of course you can combo them together, and even though you still get the knockdown, that's still 180 damage easy on anybody you're hitting that with. And then, of course, if you're skilled enough, you can go ahead and throw an AP shot in there and get 210, 220 damage. So, before the nerf, that was a guaranteed shield break, but hey, whatever. So, my plan with this character, for my preference, what I typically do is I do 4 alpha, 4 beta, and then I max out gamma, because at least in my experience, I can consistently land his gamma. Because I think of it as Kurishima's alpha, which it's not exactly like that. Hopefully they buff it to be similar to that one, because if they buff his gamma to be similar to Kurishima's alpha, howitzer becomes probably his best skill. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because when Kurishima's alpha hits and connects on an opponent, it tracks on them and it sticks to them. Bakugo's howitzer does not do that, or his gamma does not do that. If they gave it that small buff, in my honest opinion, I would be willing to argue that yeah, his gamma will be his best move because then you're getting 200 plus damage just for free as long as you don't mess up. It's crazy. So my preference, I do Gamma Max, then Beta, then Alpha. We have to think about the Alpha as being like a skill we can use to help maybe chase down opponents if they need one more hit or two more hits. We can no longer shoot it off as our main damage source. It has to be like a finishing blow type thing or a last ditch effort, as in trying to catch our opponent. Like how I'm shooting this over, like I'm trying to shoot this overhaul right here. That's how I think you're going to be using it, to try to get the last little damage out you need to KO an opponent and not just let it be your main source. So I get down here. I feel like I definitely should say this while the video is going on. This isn't going to be something like, oh, hey, Bakugo, 10 KO, 12k damage. No, there's none of that. I'm not going to lie to y'all. There's none of that. These are just games of, I would say, some very sweaty matches that I played, trying to still win with Strike Bakugo, and, well, here they are. This first one, like, everybody here is like, I would say expert rank and above. It's like, wow, okay, well, they're pulling out the big guns. All right. And then the next match coming up is a very long, drawn out match, but I feel like that because I'm trying to push out the idea of using more of his beta and gamma more often, I use his beta and gamma a whole lot in the next match, guaranteed. I can assure you that. So I definitely want to make sure I included it so y'all can see where I'm coming from, my perspective. So if you're still trying to use Stripe Bakugo and be a Stripe Bakugo defender or a Stripe Bakugo main, I still would say upgrade your Alpha to at least like level 4-ish, but I would say don't make it your main damage source. Find a good balance between your Beta and your Gamma. Now, that's up to you based off your playstyle. I would say that Beta is easier to land right now with the current Bakugo, which this is before any updates or patch notes, because just to put it in short, in case you're watching this later, Rapid Toga is not out yet as I'm recording this, so there's no patch notes or nothing like that. So the current Bakugo before post patch notes for Toga, before that happens, or Rapid Toga, yeah, I would recommend just probably Beta would be easier. It has a wider splash to go and hit with. See, like right there, 150 at level 1. Don't sleep on his gamma, but I would say for most people it'll probably be best to go ahead and do Beta first to max out if you're gonna do that, and then from that point I would say go immediately to Gamma unless you feel like you need that extra 5 to 10 damage on your Alpha. I wouldn't say Alpha twice. Upgrade Gamma next. I feel like I said Alpha. Upgrade Gamma next after you upgrade your Beta. Unless you feel like you really need that extra 10, I say 5 to 10 points on your Alpha, I say upgrade Gamma, because you can easily combo Beta into Gamma and do like 300, 300 plus damage. It could get ridiculous. So I say only use your AP shot, your Alpha, as like, a last resort, as in like, I'm trying to make sure I really get this KO, I'm trying to get this down. I hope that makes sense. Cause I don't want you to think like, oh hey, yeah, that's you can't think of the AP shot as it used to be. You got to use it differently. Or think of it like this, because this is a strategy I used to do with Yellow Deku. I would use Yellow Deku's bullets to go ahead and weaken them, and then before I had two options. I could either go into Yellow Deku's Beta because it does a solid 180, or I would go into his Snipe Shot, which used to do 150. But remember, you would use the original bullets to weaken your opponent because it did like 80 damage. It does like 80 damage. So you would use those bullets to weaken your opponent, and then you add the finishing blow with either a Snipe Shot or a Beta. Think of the same way with Bakugo, in my opinion. You want to use the Alpha to weaken your opponent so you can get that KO blow. So like, let's say you throw out like 2-3 Alphas, let's say they all connect, or let's say you do the Beta Alpha combo and it all connects. From that point, you should be looking to land your Gamma right after that and land the finishing blow that you need to confirm you're down. So think of the AP shots as more of a, weaken the opponent versus, big damage per shot. Just weaken the opponent and then look at your other skills to finish off, try to finish off your opponent and get your down. That's the way I would play Bakugo now. So just to reiterate, Alpha, use it to weaken your opponents. It's doing very little damage now compared to what it used to do. So it's, use it to weaken them, and then use your other two skills, or maybe a combo of some sorts to finish off your opponent. That's what I would do. I also think that with this season, you just have to go ahead and play smarter with Bakugo in general, because Rapids are running all over the place, and they are typically harder to shoot in comparison to other characters. So with that being said, I would say play smarter, try to get vantage points. And I also want to make sure to express, make sure you got a team like this. These guys have my back. Like, I wouldn't be able to include this clip in the video to try to express my idea if these guys didn't have my back like this. So if y'all somehow watching this, thank you so much, because teamwork makes the dream work. I don't care how strong you are. Even Hawks need a team. Even Hawks, despite him having, the most broken beta in the game, even he needs a team, and depending on the situation. So that is the overall plan I came up with Bakugo. So tell me what y'all personally think. Me personally, when it comes to the plan I came up with, I think it's a good substitute, but there are flaws in the plan. And the main flaw would be in his gamma. His gamma, they gave it the small buff of, shortening the frame rate or whatever of the hits, making it easier to land all the hits on his gamma. That's great and all. That's a good start to trying to make it where his gamma is, more useful. What we need, though, on his gamma is, in my opinion, better tracking. From what I've experienced, Strike Bakugo's gamma, it really doesn't have any tracking. When you compare it to like Mount Lady's gamma, Denki's gamma, Strike Dabi's beta, Twice's gamma, even Yellow Deku's kick has some tracking to it. It feels like Bakugo's has little to none. If it has any, it's very small. It's very minute. So you don't really feel it. You don't really notice it, especially when you have characters like Strike Dabi and Twice. you don't really notice it. So I would think for starters, they should definitely increase the tracking on his gamma to go and make it better. Something else I think that they should also consider, and I'm not saying they have to do all of this to make his gamma, useful. Honestly, everything I'm recommending, if they did everything I'm recommending, they would probably make it overpowered. And I know that's not what they want, since they want us to go ahead and go after, Rabbit Bakugo. But they should consider these options and, on what to do. So either one, I would say, increase his tracking, making it easier to land the skill, or make it similar to Kurishima's Alpha. Make it similar to Kurishima's Alpha for tracking. If y'all ever maxed out Kurishima Alpha, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. His Alpha hurts at max level, and it's really good tracking, really good damage. It's powerful. So make it similar to Kurishima's Alpha is one recommendation. Another recommendation I would say is they should consider giving Bakugo armor on his gamma. That would also help. Because, it's very easy for a Strike Bakugo to get knocked out of their gamma by, honestly, anything, to be honest with you. Yeah, your Rozu Alpha, I would say a Snipe Shot from Deku or something. It's very easy for Bakugo to get knocked out of his gamma, and that's just all that damage, all that free damage is gone. It's over. Done. So it's and then, you don't get it back right away either. So it's something, they need to give us something else, something more than just shortened frame rate. So that's the end of that match. I think that was a good little match, but this next match is going to be better in me trying to showcase, using beta and gamma more better as your main damage source. So let's on to the next match, because, it's popping up. So let's go. I'll continue there. So, as I was saying in the last match, yeah, I think that they need to go ahead and add one buff to Bakugo's gamma, since we have to go ahead and rely on either his beta or gamma as his main damage source. So, if you are a Strike Bakugo main, or if you fought Strike Bakugo a whole lot, in your past, which I know y'all have if y'all played the game for a long time, y'all know that it is very, very easy to find openings and weaknesses in Bakugo's gamma, despite how much high damage it does. So, if I had to go ahead and pick on which one they had to give between, better tracking or armor on his gamma, I would say just give us better tracking, and here's why I say that. Having an armored move do 250 plus damage, arguably, depending on the setup, is insane. Now, better tracking, I'm cool with that, because, Denki exists, Strike Dabi exists, characters like that have insane tracking, and they can do big damage because of it. I say just make it similar to that. Just make it where it has better tracking, so it hits the opponent more often than not. I feel like that would be a great change to it. So, but overall, that's just the main thing that at least that's my personal thoughts. Tell me what you guys personally think. Do y'all think that they should go ahead and give his Gamma super armor? You know, um, do I'm trying to think because there's another freaking buff I had in mind: super armor or better tracking. Tell me if you think that either of them are good options, or should they do something completely different? Of course, if we all had our own choice, they would just revert the alpha back to normal. But it's not often that they revert their nerfs. It's not very often that they do that. So I wouldn't hold my breath. Maybe at most they might buff it back up to maybe 80-ish damage. Maybe we could hope, but I wouldn't hold my breath. So something else I also thought about. Do y'all think that they went ahead and nerfed Bakugo, Strike Bakugo, because of Hawks? And what I mean by that is that thanks to Hawks' Gamma, you can see enemies through the walls. I think, let's see, I'm pretty sure many people already think this, but it's very possible that they went ahead and nerfed Bakugo's Alpha because of Hawks' ability to see through walls with his Gamma when he tags his opponents. And if that is the case, I still don't agree with the nerf, and here's why, honestly. Let's take a character like Alpha One, for an example. He's a character who could literally attack you through the wall with his beta and do like 200 damage if he holds out the beta, of course. With that in mind, why didn't he get nerfed? Now, I'm not saying he should have got nerfed. No, please leave Alpha One alone. Y'all already hurt him enough. Okay, game developers, leave him alone. But the point I'm getting at is that he could do exactly the very thing that y'all are fearful of Bakugo doing. And not to also mention that Bakugo's Alpha, it doesn't go straight through the wall. It kind of ricochets, it kind of bounces off. So when you shoot through a wall, unless it's a straight up flat wall and it just goes clean through, your shot most of the time is ricocheting and curving to the left, right, up, down, all around, anywhere besides where you need it to hit. So with that in mind, I think they were too cautious. And shoot, it severely hurt Bakugo here. I don't know why they were so cautious about it. I don't think it would have been super broken if, you tag them and then I shoot them through the wall, getting 90 damage off. Because you have to consider the fact that the way that the wall penetration works, you're not going to hit every single shot due to the structure of these walls. You're not going to hit every single shot. It's not possible. Now, if they changed it and made it similar to Alpha 1's beta where it goes clean through the wall, okay, that makes a little more sense. But since it doesn't work like that, yeah, I think the nerf was super unnecessary, and that it makes sense why they would do it, but it was too much. It wasn't necessary. It's crazy. So I don't know. That's something I went ahead and thought about after just playing endlessly. Not to mention that I got a Hawks on my team, so that's also something to consider. But yeah, so overall, this is what I've came to when it came to playing Strike Bakugo in today's meta and everything. If you're still gonna play them, you gotta depend on your beta and gamma more if you're trying to output a lot of damage. You really only want to use your alpha to either weaken or maybe get a last little couple shots to finish off your opponent. Not to also mention, let me know if y'all deal with this too. Strike Bakugo's alpha still feels very weird when it comes to the shots that you should be hitting and you shouldn't be hitting. Because right there, I feel like I should have gotten at least 2-3 shots on that Mirio since he wasn't permeated or anything, but I only got one, I think. I have to go back and rewatch it, but I feel like I wasn't getting all my shots like I needed to get, or like I should have gotten. So it also feels like his alpha is still really weird on that. So let me know if y'all still deal with that. It might just be a me thing and I just suck at aiming, who knows? But that's also something else I thought about that really hurts this character. It really sucks that they hurt his damage because he's a character that you have to be super precise with. So with them hurting his damage, that's not cool. Because with other characters, you can get free damage and you don't have to be as precise. With this guy, you gotta be extremely precise. And now it don't feel that rewarding anymore to, be that precise. Kind of crazy. So that just kind of sucks. Just had to think about that for a second. But yeah, so just with the way that the meta is going though, with the way the season's going, this character was bound to get aged out eventually, in my opinion. But they definitely sped it up with the freaking damage nerf. So, kind of tough. Because it does kind of suck trying to catch these rapids out the air sometimes. I want to see what's going on here. I know this match get dragged out for a very long time. I think it goes to like when the circle begins to close in on itself. I think that's how long it goes. So we still got a good while. It's kind of crazy. So, but yeah, overall, please guys, again, tell me your thoughts below about Bakugo. What type of strategy would y'all go for? Y'all gonna max out beta? You're gonna max out gamma, or y'all gonna stick to the old tradition and max out alpha? I would love to go hear what y'all personally think or what y'all gonna do. If that was old Bakugo, those 2 shots would have ended him. Maybe the 1 shot even. Well, no, 2 shots. The 2 shots would have ended him. But so right here, it looks like I got beta mostly maxed out right here. I caught him 184. Like, don't sleep on that. 184 at level 6. So yeah, so I hope that in this next little update that they give us when Rapid Toga comes out, that they do give Bakugo something else to make up for his now official lack of damage. Because it's gonna feel like a lack of damage when you have characters like Endeavor, who still output high damage. Denki can still put out high damage. Who's another older strike character? I'm trying to think of older strike characters. We're not including Strike Deku and Strike Dabi. Forget them. Get them out of here. No one likes them currently. But I'm trying to think of other strike characters who still have a high damage output and they aren't just, relatively new. None's coming to mind right now. Oh, no. Shigaraki. Shigaraki is a good character if, you can get your opponents to lay on the ground. But yeah, so it's crazy to say. I dang near think that Strike Bakugo is the worst strike character after just his nerf. So I hope that they give him something. I really do. Whether that's armor, better tracking, maybe increase the damage on his alpha again. Give bro something. It's a shame to go and see this version of the character fall off the radar, honestly. So I think that's really about it. I don't think I have much else to say on Bakugo. I can tell you this much though. You probably won't see me playing this character often unless I already got my ace rank. I can't keep playing this character and try to climb the ranks with him. It's not to my advantage. The season is too different now for me to sit up here and try to play this character, especially after they hurt him so badly. So if I do play this character again or make a video on him, it will definitely be after I get my ace rank, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's been a pain trying to play with this character. I'll be playing like 8-10 matches or something, and then not counting my teammates sometimes, getting down and everything, and I'm trying to save them, or maybe a lack of items. It's tough. It is very, very tough. So this is a character that after ace rank, sure, I'll play him. Before that, maybe an unranked or something. I can't consistently play this guy in ranked anymore. It's not good. Especially when other characters just out damage this guy. Literally, it's funny. You can literally find any other character, at least with this current Bakugo, against this current Bakugo, and they would probably out damage him most of the time. I can't really think of a character who wouldn't out damage him. Even Tech Dabi could out damage him with how his traps and his gamma work. So crazy. So it looks like we're in the UA chest right here. Yeah, see, like right there, perfect example. I didn't get any of those shots right there on Kurashima. So it's like, did they really think that would have been too broken if, I was still doing 90 damage through the wall? Sure, you can maybe say my aim sucks or whatever, but still, I just don't think it's as broken as the game developers thought. So, God plus Ultra right there. Yeah, it's just chaotic. It is chaotic in UA. Goodness. The Hawks beta. Like, look at that. Like, there's no way the game developers sat up here, made Hawks beta like that, and thought, yeah, this is fair and balanced. This is a good move. Something else I was thinking is funny. They have a mission for Hawks where you have to solo a team. Like, the game developers know what they're doing. They think they slick. They think they petty. Like, they are petty. They slick. They're super slick. Oh wow, look at that. My alpha shots didn't work right there. That's crazy. I can see my opponents, but yet I couldn't shoot through the wall and hit my opponent. I wonder why. Anyways, that was like, what, 208 damage on that gamma right there? So it's guaranteed 200 plus if you can go ahead and land, the final explosion when you're at level 8, level 9. That's a very powerful skill. Very powerful. Who am I shooting right here? Was that Dabi? I don't know who that was. But nah, I think I got everything off my chest that I wanted to. The most I can really ask for now from you guys is just tell me your thoughts down below. What do y'all think of my new plan? Would y'all agree that, you know, optimizing beta and gamma is now a better move than trying to use alpha as your main damage move? You know, just talk to me in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts and what new strategies that y'all can maybe come up with. His beta alpha combo still works. If you like you with the alpha, you gotta be quick with the alpha. Because, like, of course, if you do the double grenade or the double beta, it causes knockdown. So if you do it, you know, the double beta, you gotta try to, if you're trying to slip in an alpha into it, you gotta be quick about it, because, you know, knockdown or whatever. So it still works. It's just a shame that it doesn't do as much damage now as it used to. Because before, it was like a guaranteed shield break. Because, yeah, it would be 90. Yeah, that's freaking 270 damage. So it would be a guaranteed shield break. But since, you know, that combo takes a lot of skill, in my opinion, especially on high movement characters, I feel like that's fair. So, like, right there, boom. I guess that's another buff they could add to Bakugo's Gamma. They should increase the radius of the explosion on that last hit. Right there, I should have gotten Deku right there. I should have hit him. So I think that increasing the range of his explosion on that final hit would be absolutely incredible. So make that 2 buffs that I would like to see. Either 1 tracking or 2 super armor. But the second buff, increase the radius of that attack, please. Because that should have hit him. He should have been downed after that. So let's see. So that was 176 right there. So you definitely want to get in as many hits as you can with the first when you're spinning. When you're spinning, you want to get in as many hits as you can. So 5 teams left. Circle is super small. Yeah, this game goes on for a while. Well, not a while now. We're approaching the end by this point. But still. Anyways, this is everything I come up with. This is everything I got. I mean, I ain't really got much else to say. It's just, it is what it is. Again, if you have Rapid Bakugo, I'm not gonna lie to you, play him. He's definitely obviously the better version of Bakugo now. And if you don't have him and you don't feel like, you know, playing Rapid Bakugo, something like that, or you don't feel like playing Strike Bakugo, I'm not gonna lie to you. Just go on and switch characters. Just go on and switch characters. You know, you won't be shamed for it or anything. I promise you. It is A-okay. It's a shame that, you know, we're being forced off our mains, but hey, not much we do about it. It's either, you know, go along with it, or, you know, maybe you could, you know, talk about it in the survey. They do have a survey on their official Twitter. You can maybe go on there and put your thoughts in that, and hopefully they'll listen. But besides that, we kind of just got, you know, accept the position the game is at, or 2, stop playing the game. And I'm pretty sure, you know, some of y'all ain't gonna do that. Some of y'all will. I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely thought about it myself, but yeah. So that is the end. I'm not getting back up after this. That's such a shame. Again, tell me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So I will see you guys later. Also, if you're into horror games, check out my Season of Fear series. I'm planning to continue that all of October.